Today on Animal Outtakes,
They're amazing animals. They really are, but they're not for everyone.
we explore the pros and cons of owning an exotic bird and what you need to know before bringing one home.
And I'm checking them for injuries or hooks.
Plus, we're on patrol with Save Our Seabirds, learning what we can do to help an injured bird. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Animal Outtakes.
Where's that crazy bird?
Yeah, isn't this where Lou usually comes in and says something?
Hi, guys. Marsha. Bud.
Well, what's with you, Lou? You're not your usual perky self.
Huh? Oh. Well, every week I come in here and be unspeakably charming and funny, and we do another show about animals that aren't me.
Aw, well, lots of animals aren't you.
You know what I mean. We even did a show on bugs. Mr. Butter had a show about me fly.
I'm so sorry, Lou, but we'll talk about this later. We have to welcome everyone.
Yeah.
Now, folks, when we talk about pets, the animals that most often come to mind are dogs and cats.
Oh, sure, by all means. Let's do a show about more dogs and cats.
Quiet, Lou. But there are other species that make great companions.
Let me guess. Tasmanian devils.
No, birds.
No. Are you kidding me?
Our feathered friends are smart and attractive.
Oh, get out of here. Is that what it really says? Wow, it's like I wrote it myself.
Can I go on?
Certainly.
They're clean and engaging pets, and they can live a very long time.
Well, one can only hope.
Oh, brother, are you sure you want to go through with this, Marsha? We'll never hear the end of it.
Today, we'll take you to a sanctuary for these beautiful creatures, and we'll show you what to do if you find an injured bird in the wild.
Give it your wallet. This is unbelievable. We're doing a show about birds. I'm beside myself. Are you going to mention how we can fly? We can, you know. I'm going to go get a shave and put on some cologne.
Oh, that's it. Animal Outtakes is definitely going to the birds.
We've got a lot to cover, so let's get started.
We should start by covering Lou with a blanket before he freaks out.
Good morning, Save Our Seabirds. Benjamin speaking.
It's the start of another busy day at Save Our Seabirds in Sarasota.
What seems to be the problem with the bird?
Benjamin Moore takes daily calls at the Sarasota Nonprofit Wildlife Conservation and Education Center. Many who call are often distressed about an injured bird.
What is the location of the bird?
Benjamin dispatches volunteers like Beth Weir.
And I'm checking them for injuries or hooks.
She's been saving birds for more than 20 years.
Okay, buddy. Every day I come down and I do what's called pelican patrol.
Beth says some of the common injuries she deals with are caused by fish hooks. She monitors areas near fishing docks and boat ramps, always on the lookout for an injured seabird.
Okay, let me take a look at this. This is a smallish hook. It's been in there for quite some time. Let me reach under here and see if the barb has come all the way through the wing. Close your eyes, everyone, because we don't know where the end of this hook's going to go. Cut that off. And then I have my needle nose pliers, which really helps the hook coming out. I can get a better grip on it that way. Okay.
And you know he's kissing me.
No problem.
He is kissing me here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take the beak back
Okay.
from you, Marsha. Would you please take the towel off him? Okay.
There you go, baby
And this
boy.
bird is good to go. Go to your buddies. Go to your buddies.
But Beth makes it look
Oh,
easy.
he's a happy guy.
So she offers tips for those of us with less experience.
Well, first you have to keep in mind the situation. If the bird is in immediate danger, if it's going to drown, or if it's in the middle of the street, or an animal has gotten a hold of it. You have to assess the situation. Sometimes birds can recover in up to 2 hours on their own. But again, if it's in harm's way, the best thing you can do is move it out of the way, if at all possible. If it's a large bird that is dangerous to you, then, you know, my best advice is don't touch it and call somebody as soon as possible.
Another tip, you can help by re-nesting the baby birds.
Find a suitable place for this, either in the tree where it came down or an adjacent tree, shrub, something high enough so a predator can't reach it, like, for example, a neighborhood cat. And securely tie to a branch. Put the natural, if the nest came down with it, you can use some of the stuff from the nest already.
And a container like this should have some holes on the bottom, correct? So
Holes on the bottom. I
rain-
bought another container also that's suitable this time of year, especially. If you could just cut off the things, the stem for the Easter basket. Again, the holes in the bottom, so in case it rains, you can put, don't fill it entirely with natural stuff because the babies will fall out, but just a little bit. The mother bird will fix it another way if she doesn't like it. But the rain can go through so the babies won't drown, and put it securely in a branch, high enough and out of the sun. So I think they're important things to remember.
And even though it's a tough job, Beth says the reward of helping a bird in need is worth all the work.
Good job. Thank you. My pleasure. And I will tell you, if you go through this little bit of trouble, you will be so happy with the results. You will feel so good that you reunited the family. Oh, he's ready. He's ready. Excellent.
If you spend any time along our coast, you are bound to come across a pelican or two. These birds are found on every continent except for Antarctica. There are 8 different species of pelican, but they all have that famous throat pouch which they use to catch their food. Pelicans will scoop fish, crustaceans, and other animals out of the water with their bill and then drain any excess water from their pouch. Still ahead on Animal Outtakes.
We started out with about 30 parrots and have grown to 110. I get calls and emails every day, someone wanting help with their parrots.
We visit the Birds of Paradise Sanctuary in Palmetto to find out just how much work goes into owning an exotic bird. And later, we walk the beach in search of nesting shorebirds and find out what we should be looking for.
Critical vet care is guided by the belief that companion animals deserve state-of-the-art medical care and a kind and comforting environment. The courage of our patients, the loyalty of their human families, and the devotion of our referral veterinarians inspire our vision. It is sustained by the contributions of our compassionate, knowledgeable, and dedicated staff, and built upon a strong tradition of providing excellent health care for animals. To learn more, visit us online at www.criticalvetcare.com.
Nestled in northern Manatee County, there is a haven for exotic birds.
Sweetie came in with her sister from Georgia. It was an owner's surrender. They had a new baby.
Debbie Huckabee, the executive director of the Birds of Paradise Sanctuary in Palmetto, introduced us to some of her flock.
She will actually have a conversation with you. You're not sure what she's saying, but she loves to be talked to, don't you?
Yeah, but what about you? You love to be, oh, yes, you do.
Exotic birds, like cockatoos and macaws, are very popular because they're incredibly intelligent, relatively easy to train, and live a long time. But some of those same desirable qualities can also work against them as pets.
This is something, Debbie, that we have to emphasize. These beautiful creatures live on an average of 65 years plus.
Yes, absolutely. They can live up to 100.
And so when you make a commitment to these birds, it is not only a lifelong commitment, it is a forever and ever and ever commitment.
Absolutely. It's something that can be passed along to your children, or they can be in your will. And it's very important to know where your parrots are going to go when you pass away, or you go to a nursing home, or you have health issues and cannot keep them any longer.
Now, what about medical care? What type of illnesses do these birds get?
There's a lot of illnesses that are directly related to parrots, but they can also develop food allergies, oak tree allergies, which has to be treated by a vet. We always recommend an annual vet check, a wellness check for parrots, to make sure that if there is something in their track that needs concern, then it's taken care of at that time. Because parrots hide illness very well, like many dogs and cats. They're the master of disguise. You won't know they're sick until it's almost too late sometimes. And cockatoos or macaws are probably the #1 surrendered animal that we get. They're loud, they're messy, they're large. They require a very large cage.
Debbie started Birds of Paradise Sanctuary over 2 years ago with 30 parrots. Today, she cares for 110 with a waiting list for birds to be brought in. But only a small fraction of her flock are available for adoption.
We probably have about 10 on site that are adoptable parrots. A lot of it is behavioral. They don't make good companions. They've been abused, neglected, abandoned for whatever reason, and they don't like humans.
You know, we have just been cuddling and schmoozing these magnificent creatures all day here with you, Debbie. Why would we want these beautiful creatures in our life?
They're amazing animals. They really are, but they're not for everyone. They require a lot of time, a lot of patience, and they deserve everything and more than us as humans can give them.
Well, I think we've bonded, Debbie.
I think you have. I think you have a new friend. Yeah.
Is this normal for this type of bird that they are just so loving and cuddly? And
that's part of the problem. Is they're loving and they're cuddly and they love attention and they're very animated. Yes, you are. But this can go on for hours and hours and hours.
How many hours do they have to play with it every day?
Ideally, this bird requires about 8 hours.
Of loving every day.
Stimulation.
Well, aren't you demanding? That's a work day.
There's much more ahead to come on Animal Outtakes.
Even about this size, that's what a snowy plover nest would look like.
That's easy to miss.
Yeah, very easy to miss.
Our bird exploration takes us to the shores of Anna Marie Island. Find out what to look for the next time you're playing on the shores. And we meet the 2 adorable dogs who have stolen the heart of one local weatherman.